You know that feeling when someone quietly steals from you and thinks you'll never notice? That's exactly what happened to me. But I'm not the kind of woman who lets things slide. What started as low water pressure during a shower turned into a domino of destruction that ended with my neighbor losing everything. And I didn't even have to touch a thing. If you've ever had to deal with entitled people who take and take until they're stopped, this story will hit deep. My name is Sana, and this is how I turned a silent theft into poetic justice. Before we dive in, if you believe in karma, in justice, in standing up when someone crosses the line, then make sure you like this video, subscribe, and get ready for a revenge story that starts small, but ends with fire. I had just bought my first home. I still remember the key in my hand, the way the front gate creaked open like I was walking into a new chapter of my life. It was an older house in the heart of the city, and the deal? Too good to be true. The previous owners were family friends who needed to sell fast and cheap. The moment I stepped in, I knew it would need work, the kind of work that smells like dust, old wires, and potential. No proper front gate, half-finished interiors, and a giant padlock instead of a main door lock. But it was mine. And after renting apartments for years, this felt like freedom. Day one, I noticed a motorcycle in my garage. Weird. No one was supposed to be there. I pushed it out to the curb and installed a gate by evening. A man showed up, knocking at my gate angrily, but I didn't answer. Through the window, I watched him walk away 15 minutes later. Something in my gut told me this man, this neighborhood, something's not right. Still, weeks passed without much trouble. I put up a no parking sign, blocked random people from using my driveway, and began settling in. It was only when I stood under my bathroom shower one morning and felt the water turn weak I noticed. The pressure was low. And oddly enough, my neighbor's pump was running. That neighbor, an old man with a rusted heart. He lived in the ground floor of a 3-story house next to mine. The upper 2 floors? Rented out to tenants. Word was, he wasn't happy that I bought the house, told mutual friends I was too young, too independent, that I'd ruin the street's balance. I didn't care. But that morning, my mind spun with suspicion. I waited for his pump to turn off, then tested my taps again. And, just like that, pressure back to normal. I tested it twice, 3 times. Same result. He was stealing my water. I remembered my family friends. They told me their water bills were unusually high despite the house being empty. Everyone thought it was leaks. But no. He had quietly, shamelessly, tapped into my line. I couldn't find the exact pipe, but I knew. And I was furious. Not because of the cost. Water in our country is dirt cheap. But it was the principle, the entitlement, the assumption that I wouldn't notice, wouldn't mind, wouldn't matter. That's what lit a fire in me. I thought about confronting him, going legal. But then I had a better idea. One that needed no lawyer, no shouting, no fight. Just timing. I waited. Monday morning, I heard his pump click on, and I turned off my main water valve. It was that simple. But the effect? Oh, it wasn't. See, in our homes, pumps fill rooftop tanks via a ball valve system. No incoming water? The pump runs and runs. Forever. It burns. It overheats. It fries your circuits. I left it off. Hours passed. Night fell. I went to sleep with a strange peace in my chest. At around 3 a.m., I woke up to voices, hushed at first, then shouting. Tenants yelling. Confused. Angry. Power was gone. Water too. Only their house. Not the rest of the block. Turns out, the pump had kept drawing power nonstop. The ancient 90s wiring couldn't take it. It shorted out the system, fried the fuses, and shut down electricity. Tenants were livid. One packed up and left within 48 hours. The other filed a complaint with the local police. In our city, cutting water or power is a legal violation if you're a landlord. They fined him $500, a fortune for a retired mechanic with no income. Worse? He had to return security deposits. Couldn't rent again until the wiring was fixed. More money he didn't have. And where did he go? His daughter's house, tail tucked, pride shattered. And me? I just smiled. A few days later, he stood at my gate. Asked if I had turned off my water. I smiled sweetly. Oh, I had a pipe leak. Had to shut it off till my plumber came. He nodded. Said, "Oh, okay." But I saw it in his eyes. He knew. And he knew that I knew. But the beauty of it? He couldn't do a damn thing. You know, sometimes justice doesn't need a courtroom. It doesn't need screaming or fighting. Sometimes it's as quiet as a closed tap and as loud as the silence that follows. People like him think no one's watching. But I was. And I chose peace. And peace, my friends, is powerful. If this story hit a nerve, if you've ever had to outsmart someone who thought they could walk all over you, like this video, share your story in the comments and subscribe. Because every week, we bring you real stories of women turning pain into power. And next time, don't underestimate the quiet ones.